From Prime Minister Modi meeting National Security Advisor for the second time in 48 hours to UK Prime Minister Starmer announcing a historic free trade agreement with India. Here's today's news wrap. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met National Security Advisor Ajit Doval for the second time in 48 hours on Tuesday amid escalating tensions following the Pahalgam terror attack that claimed 26 lives. The high level discussions come ahead of nationwide mock civil defense drills, India's first since the 1971 war, signaling heightened military preparedness.
India on edge. A prime ministerial huddle, military chiefs on standby, and mock drills not seen since 1971. Is India preparing for a strike? Let's break down what's unfolding between India and Pakistan after the Pahalgam attack. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met National Security Advisor Ajit Doval on Tuesday morning. This is the second such briefing in just 48 hours. It comes ahead of a nationwide civil defense drill by state governments, the first since the 1971 war aimed at preparing for any hostile attack. Over the past few days, Modi has held high-level meetings with Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, Chief of Defense Staff General Anil Chauhan, and all three service chiefs. Last week, Modi gave the armed forces complete freedom to decide on India's military response, from timing to targets. The terror strike in Pahalgam on the 22nd of April killed 26 people. It was the worst such attack since Pulwama in 2019, when 40 Indian soldiers were killed. The Resistance Front, which is a proxy of Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba, claimed responsibility. India has said it has concrete evidence of Pakistan's deep state being involved in planning the attack. Meanwhile, Pakistan has denied any involvement and called for an independent international probe. It also pushed for a closed-door meeting at the UN Security Council to gather global support. But according to news agency ANI, the UNSC appeared unconvinced. Council members asked tough questions about Lashkar-e-Taiba's role and the targeting of civilians. However, Pakistan reiterated its commitment to peaceful relations and mutual respect. Since the Pahalgam attack, there's been continuous, unprovoked firing from across the line of control. 12 straight days of shelling to which Indian forces have responded proportionately. India also took diplomatic steps, revoking Pakistani visas and suspending the Indus Waters Treaty. This 65-year-old treaty governs the flow of rivers crucial to Pakistan's agriculture. India has now started ramping up water storage, building dams, and planning hydroelectric projects. Islamabad hit back by suspending Indian visas, halting the Simla agreement, and warning that the IWT suspension would be treated as an act of war. Both countries have closed border crossings and shut down their airspaces. So what comes next? Well, the standoff is intensifying, but the global community continues to hope for restraint and a diplomatic solution. So what will be India's next move?
AIMM Chief Asauddin Owaisi on Monday strongly condemned the recent terrorist attack in Pahalgam, which took the lives of 26 tourists, calling it a cowardly act. Owaisi expressed deep concern over the brutal manner in which the killings were carried out.
मैंने मीडिया में पढ़ा है, उनके रिलेटिव्स का बयान पढ़ा है. इसकी इंक्वायरी होनी चाहिए कैसे उनकी मौत हुई है.
सर ये जो आप वाटर स्ट्राइक देख रहे हैं इंडिया की तरफ से सलाल बगलियार, इसको कैसे देख रहे हैं?
अबेंस में रखा है ना इसको, ये तो अबेंस में रखा गया है. ये तो एक दहशतगर्दाना बुज़दिलाना हमला है और जितना भी उसकी मजम्मत जितनी भी उसकी मजम्मत की जाए बहुत कम है। इससे सबसे बड़ा नुकसान तो कश्मीर के लोगों को हो रहा है। इतना बड़ा टूरिस्ट यहाँ से चला गया। वालेकुम सलाम। एक मिनट, आराम से।
इस तरह से आप देखते हैं पहलगाम अटैक के बाद जो सिचुएशन बनी है मुल्क में भी और स्पेशली कश्मीर में।
देखिए, ये तो एक दहशतगर्दाना बुज़दिलाना हमला है और जितना भी उसकी मजम्मत जितनी भी उसकी मजम्मत की जाए बहुत कम है। और हमने देखा कि कैसे पाकिस्तान से आए हुए दहशतगर्दों ने यहाँ पर 26 लोगों की जानें ले ली। और सबसे दर्दनाक और इंसानियत सोच बात यह है कि ख़वातीन को, बच्चों को अलग करके मर्दों से उनका मज़हब पूछना और अगर कलमा नहीं बोल सके तो उनको गोली मारना, ये तो दरिंदगी है। ये तो ज़ाहिर है ये एक बड़ा ही तकलीफ़ दे और दर्दनाक वाक़या है और हम इसकी मज़म्मत किए हैं और मज़म्मत करते हैं। और दूसरा ये कि इससे सबसे बड़ा नुकसान तो कश्मीर के लोगों को हो रहा है। इतना बड़ा टूरिस्ट यहाँ से चला गया। तो अब हम तो ये चाहते हैं कि इसका एक मौसर जवाब हमारी हुकूमत दे। ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग में भी हमने ये बात कही थी।
वैसे साहब, जो पहलगाम में एक यूथ की डेथ हुई है, एलिजिडली वो आर्मी की कस्टडी में, उसके बाद पुलिस ने कहा वो OGW है, अराउंड 3000।
नहीं, ये इसकी इंक्वायरी होनी चाहिए। मैंने मीडिया में पढ़ा है, उनके रिलेटिव्स का बयान पढ़ा है। इसकी इंक्वायरी होनी चाहिए कैसे उनकी मौत हुई है।
सर ये जो आप वाटर स्ट्राइक देख रहे हैं इंडिया की तरफ से, सलाल बगलियार, इसको कैसे देखें सर?
अबेंस में रखा है ना इसको, ये तो अबेंस में रखा गया है। देखिए आप, अबेंस में रखा गया है और यहाँ पर एक न्यूट्रल एक्सपर्ट और कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन भी मसला चल रहा है। तो देखिए आगे क्या होता है। बस अब हो गया।
In a defining moment for post Brexit Britain, Prime Minister Starmer has announced a historic free trade agreement with India, the largest trade pact the UK has signed since leaving the EU. Speaking from London, Starmer called it a significant step that will bring billions of pounds and thousands of jobs to the UK economy while marking India's most ambitious trade deal to date.
This is the biggest trade deal that we, the UK, have done since we left the EU, and it's the most ambitious trade deal that India has ever done. And this will be measured in billions of pounds into our economy and jobs across the whole of the United Kingdom. So it is a really important, significant day. Well, this is a historic day for the United Kingdom and for India, because this is the biggest trade deal that we, the UK, have done since we left the EU, and it's the most ambitious trade deal that India has ever done. And this will be measured in billions of pounds into our economy and jobs across the whole of the United Kingdom. So it is a really important, significant day. And look, it's been promised many times over the last 8 years. Prime Minister Modi and I decided in Brazil last year that we would move at pace in relation to these negotiations. We've done that in a serious way, in a pragmatic way, and we're able to show that that's what delivers results. So I'm really pleased for working people across the country who will feel the benefits of this, of course, at an increasingly uncertain time in terms of trade and the economy across the world. So this is a very significant step, and I'm very pleased that we've got this far with this really significant trade agreement. Well, we have negotiated the best set of arrangements, but I've been absolutely mindful of the key sectors that we have in this country and how we improve the economic circumstances for them. We have brilliance across the United Kingdom, which will now be showcased and drive our economy in what we can now do with India. So we've negotiated hard on both sides, but I think looking at the outcome here, what you will see is that these are two countries that have come together historically today, and what we've been able to show is that those British values of seriousness, pragmatic approaches have delivered the results for working people across the country. Well, we had a cabinet meeting on this discussion on this issue this morning. I was really clear that most prime ministers, after a disappointing set of results like that, would get in the warm bath of saying, well, it's the electoral cycle, it was close. I'm not going to do that. I think it's really important that we indicate to voters that we get it. I think we need to explain the decisions that we've taken. We had to stop the chaos. We had to stabilise our economy. And that's what we've done. What we now need to do, I think the message is the change people voted for, the change we're delivering is important. We've got to turbocharge that now off the back of the decisions we've made, but turbocharge the change so people can feel it in their everyday lives, and that's what we're determined to do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
All the best.
India is set to receive INS Tamal, a powerful stealth frigate from Russia, further strengthening its naval capabilities in the Arabian Sea. Armed with BrahMos cruise missiles, anti-air systems, and advanced sensors, INS Tamal follows the induction of INS Thrissur in 2024. It's part of a 4-ship deal under India's ongoing naval modernization program. The frigate enhances India's multi-domain combat readiness alongside recently tested indigenous undersea mines.
India is about to add another major asset to its navy, INS Tamal, a powerful Russian-built stealth frigate loaded with advanced weapons, sensors, and automated systems. Once operational, this multi-role warship will significantly boost India's combat readiness in the Arabian Sea, working in tandem with its sister ship INS Thrissur, commissioned in December last year. The delivery comes at a time when regional maritime tensions, especially with Pakistan, are rising. India is reinforcing its naval forces to maintain dominance in the Indian Ocean region and ensure it can respond swiftly to any threats. INS Tamal, built under a long-standing agreement with Russia, is part of India's broader push to modernize its surface fleet with versatile warships capable of both defense and attack. The 3,900-ton INS Tamal is part of the improved Krivak 3 class frigates designed for deep sea or blue water operations. These warships are ideal for multi-role missions such as anti-aircraft, anti-surface, and anti-submarine warfare. With the ability to project power across domains, they are central to India's strategy of asserting maritime superiority. One of the ship's major strengths is its firepower. Armed with BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, now upgraded to a 450 kilometers range, INS Tamal packs a serious punch. These sea-skimming missiles travel nearly 3 times the speed of sound and are nearly impossible to intercept. Alongside them are still vertical launch surface-to-air missiles, torpedoes, rockets, and advanced anti-submarine warfare systems. The ship also supports helicopters like Kamov 28 and Kamov 31, which further expand its surveillance and strike capabilities. But it's not just about brute strength. INS Tamal is stealthy, with its radar, infrared, and noise signatures significantly reduced to avoid enemy detection. Plus, high-level automation means the ship can operate more efficiently with fewer crew, allowing for faster decisions during combat. Adding to this growing naval strength, India recently tested indigenous multi-influence ground mines, which is a big step forward in underwater warfare. These mines, which use magnetic pressure and sound sensors to detect enemy submarines, show India's technological growth in naval defense. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said the new systems would give the Navy a stronger edge in undersea operations. Strategically, this is more than just about ships. India is sending a clear message. It is ready to protect its interests, deter aggression, and counter challenges in the Indian Ocean region, including from Pakistan and China. While India's 19 active frigates are already a major force, Pakistan lags with just 8, even after adding China-made Tughral-class frigates to its fleet. Despite their improved firepower, armed with CM-302 supersonic anti-ship missiles, LY-80N surface-to-air missiles, and modern anti-submarine warfare systems, these ships are still no match for India's BrahMos-armed vessels and Barak-8 air defense systems. India's growing ability to build ships at home like the Nilgiri class and upcoming Project 17B further tilts the balance in its favor. India maintains a clear edge with its Talwar and Shivalik class frigates, which surpass the Tughrils in versatility, firepower, and seamless integration with the broader naval fleet.
That's all for today. We leave you with visuals from Kerala, where devotees gather to celebrate the vibrant Thrissur Pooram festival.
INS Ajit Doval,